Hi guys. So today we're going to be doing a Q&A. This is my boyfriend. He's not keen on cameras, so he made this mask. So this is his way of being on camera without being on camera. Because then you'll be like,
oh my gosh, you're not lying about him being a human.
See? Real human / panther. So I asked you guys if you had any questions. The first question is from my sister, and she's been like harassing me with questions, so I thought we'd just get those out of the way first. So Megan, if you're watching, this section's just for you. Okay.
Hi, Megan.
And we actually had a comment the other day, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. Someone actually said they missed you, Meg, in videos. So you've got your fan base out there, you know it's happened. What is your favourite food over there that we don't have in England? You have real good pies here. Like, they're really, really good. So there's like butter chicken, which is like a curry, which we have at home, in a pie. Oh, I like those little raspberry candies.
Raspberry drops.
Raspberry drops. They're really good. They're like hard-boiled sweeties, but like really strong flavoured of raspberry. Delicious. Tangy. Their Pizza Hut, it's amazing. It's better than Pizza Hut home, and it's cheap. It's what, $5 for a pizza?
Yeah.
It's like £2.50. What? You have really good food here, and big portions too, which I was like. This one's for Jay, and this is actually from my aunt. Does Alice have a weird British habit that seems strange to you?
It's not a British habit, no. You're just peeing a lot.
do
Not really any British habits. Or tea drinkers here.
You're what? Tea drinkers?
Yeah.
So you pee a lot too? Well, you don't pee a lot.
No.
I'm jealous, really jealous. Who is more organised?
That's a tie, I think.
Yeah, we're similar. We're really similar. I think we're both just quite neat people anyway. He doesn't leave stuff just hanging around the room. Like I wouldn't either. Like there's not like much mess. We seem to just put things away as we go. Are you a gamer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not as big as I was but before.
Yeah, you used to be back in the day more.
Yes, I play a lot of games back then. A lot of first person shooters, role playing games. I play Minecraft at the moment. I like to build things. Obviously.
In real life and on games. No, not as much as we'd probably like to. I think we'd probably like to more if we could.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. If there was one game you could have right now, what would it be?
I can't name it. I can't think of it.
The question to all.
All I'm thinking about is that the PlayStation 5 was announced. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw the new PlayStation 5 like literally like the other yesterday. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It looks,
Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
the new PlayStation 5 looks like a spaceship.
No, it looks like a router.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you call it a router?
Oh, router or modem?
I call it a
I
router.
think most people here just say modem.
Modem. Modem, we call them.
Modem.
We said them really like English. Modem. If you've got the modem, is the router on? Whereas you say.
Modem.
But what's the other one? You don't say data, you say
Data.
data. How much data? Oh, that reminds me, I've got to top up my phone. Or my data is gonna run out. Why did you move? Question number 1. And it sort of ties into the next one. How on earth did you manage to meet your partner if he's from New Zealand and you're from the UK? We started talking on Snapchat really randomly, just as friends for months. And then slowly we like realised that we had a lot in common. And I think because of the distance, we were both just really comfortable being honest and open and talking about absolutely everything, like from negative stuff to happy stuff. And then we just got closer, and then this one's all like,
Oh, let me come to London.
and I was like, what? And then I asked my mum, and mum was like, do it, because mum's mad.
Cheers, Mum.
Yeah, thanks mum. And then you came to London.
Came to London.
Came to
That
London.
was the first time I've ever been out of the country as well.
It was.
My eye
So he came to London, and then I decided to go to New Zealand for a bit, and then he came back to London for a bit, and then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna get a visa. So that was that, really, wasn't it?
And here we are today.
Here we are today. It basically was an accident in a really good way. It happened. It just happened. The reason I moved is I thought basically he was going to come to London, and that was sort of in the pipeline, but then I was like, right now it doesn't make sense for him to come to London because the jobs are really bad, the rent's expensive, food is expensive. And over here, when I visited, it was just like a calm pace of life, people were kind, his family here, he had a really good job, and I was more interested in maybe leaving my job. So I just thought, why not? If not now, when, sort of thing. Were you surprised when I decided to come?
No. Actually, I had a feeling that you were going to say that.
Yeah?
I think it was just your demeanour over the phone, just sense it in your voice. You wanted to come back.
Yeah, being apart was real tricky in the middle. The first time we had to say goodbye, it was bad, but it was nowhere near as bad as the second and third times. Oh geez, the third time was the worst.
withdraw symptoms.
Oh my gosh, it was really weird. It's sort of like he got on the plane and I got on the train. It's sort of like you've left something behind, but you have that feeling of dread.
That's exactly how you described it as well.
Yeah, it was literally like you felt a bit sick. You get used to him permanently being there and you feel safe and happy and everything's good, and then all of a sudden, whoosh, it's gone, and you're like something's up here. I have to get rid of that. I'll put a duck over it, we're good. Just your insides just feel like on edge, horrible. That was a really bad few months. And that's when I decided to apply for the visa. So yeah, the long distance thing, it's really not so fun. I did not enjoy that aspect to it, but without that, it wouldn't have happened. So we have to be thankful for it really. And at least we're together now, so.
Forever.
Forever. My lovely panther. Oh. How did you get a job? Oh, I settled in, applied for jobs, and then he helped. He did my CV for me, made it all fancy schmancy because I hadn't touched that in like 7 years. Like literally, it was the same as 7 years before when I got my other job in the UK. Ancient. So he was like, what the heck is this? We didn't. You were very nice about it. So he ripped it apart and rebuilt like this amazing CV that made me look really good. And I was like, I feel like I'm lying to people a little bit, but nothing on there is a lie.
What's the point of TV though?
True. This one's
Sell
good.
Yourself.
Sell yourself. I'm not good at selling myself because I'm like, oh, you could, but maybe you don't want to, you know, whereas he's like, no, go for it. Like, project yourself, like, put down your strong points and sell yourself to the moon. And then I got offered a few jobs. I turned one down, gone for one interview of a job I wanted, and then I had another interview, and the second one offered me the job. So I called the first one to let them know that I wasn't interested anymore, and then they got really upset. Said they were gonna call me in the next day, but it was sort of too late. And the other people had offered me the job first, so I wanted to do it the right way. So I took the second, was that what, my third interview I took the job for? Yeah.
And then lockdown.
Yeah, pretty much. So I was there for like a month, and then they were like, oh, well, you can't go in now, so you're staying at home. And I was like, what? Because I really wanted to go in to try and get used to it and to learn the system, but then I was back at home. But then I went back and then it got better, so we're good. For jobs, I just applied on Seek, which is like Monster Jobs or Read at home in the UK. This one showed me too. So basically he found the job, if I'm being honest. Because you sent me links and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just applied for everything, because that's what you do. Just go for absolutely everything you think you could do and then just wait. How annoying is Alice just before her lady time when all she wants to do is eat and she gets angry if she doesn't eat food?
No, that's okay, because I'm the same. I'll get grumpy if I don't eat.
Yeah, we both get hangry. So we know that we have to eat at regular intervals. We're both big foodie people.
Yeah.
And we both like a good portion of food, or we're just going to be grouchy. So
Snack cupboard. Snacks everywhere.
You're on the snack cupboard, you're like literally standing on it.
Snacks outside.
Snacks outside, snacks inside, upstairs, everywhere. We'll go out to cafes. We haven't really been out to eat much recently because lockdown's just finished here. We're still being careful though. So we're trying to stay in, and we're still saving money and cooking at home, so.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You just realise how much money you save being inside.
Yeah. Do you leave small snacks out for Alice to keep her happy like you would a puppy?
I leave snacks out for the both of us.
Yeah. We both have snacks. I'll leave a snack for him, he'll leave one for me, and we'll leave some sort of just for both of us to share. We love a good snack. When lockdown is over, where is the first fun place that you're going to visit? So our lockdown is just over.
I think the first place we went to was McDonald's.
I think you're right, it's the drive-through. There we go, done. McDonald's drive-through. Who could have more fun than that? That's like our Disneyland. We had a great time. What is your favourite hobby? What's yours?
Reading.
Fixing cars? Making things like building or fixing or...
I just like doing things with my hands.
Yeah, you're very logical and you like to make things, like physically make them.
Little projects.
Yeah, you like a project. And you can draw. You're an amazing writer too.
They get boring after a while. It's just tough.
Yeah, you've got to be in the mood. You've got to be very focused for it, I think.
Yeah.
You can't do it for too long with writing, otherwise your brain will get scrambled and you just sort of go off topic.
Writer's block.
Yeah.
Do you know what I like though?
Yeah.
That time I was renovating out here, I actually like carpet laying.
Oh yeah?
It's the first time I've done it.
You like carpet laying?
Yeah, I actually liked it.
Here we go, laying carpets. Why the hell not? I like reading, cross stitch sometimes, YouTube. We like to go on walks.
Eating.
Eating's a hobby for us. Oh yeah, well before lockdown, let's be honest. But yeah, like cafes, we'll look up places on, what's that website?
Tomato.
I always want to just say tomato. Just going out for little car rides. Night drives are nice.
Drives are nice, I love driving.
Yeah. And like through the city is really pretty here at night because the lights, there's a lot of like fairy lights everywhere.
Chilling out.
Yeah, just relaxing.
That's a hobby.
Yeah, listening to music, like listening to music.
Oh, I
just,
love music.
Yeah, quite a few hobbies really actually, don't we?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it now.
No. What pet would you have if you could have any animal?
A cat.
Same.
I've had a cat. I've had a couple cats.
You've had a dog cat.
I had a dog.
Yeah. You're more a cat person?
I love cats and dogs, but cats take care of themselves. Dogs are a bit...
High maintenance? Not high maintenance, but more work.
They require more attention.
I think we're quite similar to cat. I mean, obviously.
Big cat.
Big cat. I'm a small cat, he's a big cat. Just quite relaxed, you don't have to walk them. You can put food out, but if you forget, they're not going to die, you know?
They exercise themselves.
They clean themselves,
They
you know?
clean themselves.
Bloody hell, it's perfect. I think I'm quite glad you're a cat person. Because I like dogs, but I'm not a dog person. So if you wanted a dog, I think I would panic. Because I know how much work it would be from like my friends and family having dogs. Favourite TV programme currently? Do you want to binge watch or watch one at a time?
David Lomas Investigates.
Oh,
It's a New Zealand TV show.
really good.
People come to him that have like lost their relatives, and he goes out and finds their lost relative. And it's like worldwide, so it's not just in New Zealand.
It's amazing.
It's actually really addictive.
It's really good. It's deep. Gosh, there's like family deaths and rifts and fights and...
Incest.
Oh my god, literally. It is heavy stuff. It's so good. The other TV series that was really good is Dead to Me. That's on Netflix at the moment. I finished that too. It was like murder mixed with crime, mixed with comedy. And it has some really good actors in it and actresses that I really love. Do you binge watch or would you prefer to watch like one a week?
Nah, we binge watch. I watch as many as I can before I fall asleep.
He'll have his eyes shut when we're watching a TV show and I'll say, do you want to go to bed? Are you tired? And he'll be like, no, I'm awake. Your eyes were just shut and I heard you snoring. But yeah, you're like, no, I'm fine.
Because I'm listening. I'm still listening.
No, you're not still listening. You were dead asleep. Like the soft snore.
Look at these ears. I can hear it.
No, there's fur in them. You're not hearing nothing. But he falls asleep and then I have to pause it. And then we struggle to find where we were in the episode the next night, really. That's what we do. But yeah, binge watching 100%. If it's a good TV show, you want to watch more.
That's a sign of a good TV show. Is if you want to binge watch it, then...
Yep, you know it's good. Is New Zealand food as good as the UK? Yes. If not, maybe a little bit better. In the UK, from where I'm from, the food is quite expensive in parts, like especially in like central London. What do you think? What did you prefer? Because you've been to London.
I would only say here because of the portion
Yeah.
sizes.
They're slightly smaller and more expensive at home. Because it's London, they know the tourists are going to go there, they're going to rip you off. Like, unfortunately, it's just anywhere touristy in the world that you go, you're going to find that. In my hometown, the food isn't always great. Like, if you get a takeaway, sometimes it's a little bit crap or they forget something off the order or something. They don't tend to do that here. You're pretty good at like getting it bang on. What you ask for is what you get.
And if they don't, pies.
Pies.
Everywhere.
Favourite shoes?
I only wear one.
Your Chucks?
My black Chuck Taylors.
Yeah.
All I ever wear. Probably came out of the womb with black Chucks on.
Little baby with baby Chucks, your poor mother. I like my trainers I have at the moment, my black Nikes.
You've been wearing them quite a lot.
Yeah, they're all comfy. And they're like sort of work shoes, but sort of everything shoes anyway. Why did you used to dye your hair red? Oh, this is from my cousin. I did not like my hair colour growing up. So when I was about 14, I dyed it purple, as you do, because I copied my sister, I think. From purple, I went to black. From black, I went to green accidentally. Thank you, Megan. Then I went to red, and I did red for maybe a solid 10 years, I'd say. And then I stopped, and then I let it grow out. I'd like to go back to red, but I don't think I will. I think I'd maybe do a dark brown at a push. But the red took so long to get out of my hair, it puts me off because I know it's like a permanent decision. I just liked it being red, it was different, no one else was doing it, and people would remember me because of my hair. I felt like it was part of like my personality. It made me, yeah, it was like a comfort blanket, like having my red hair was like a distraction from people looking at my face. I was like, oh, they'll look at my hair and not look at me. It was like a comfort thing. Can you buy British lamb? This is my mum's cousin asking this because he loves a bit of meat.
Probably, but we've got these, there's lamb all over.
There's so many lambs here. Like if you go anywhere, it's just sheep, bloody everywhere. And the lamb here is amazing, I have to say. Good quality lamb. This one can cook a lamb leg like you wouldn't believe.
You could probably find somewhere to get British lamb.
I think so. There's a lot of British butchers. We went to one.
Westmere Butcher.
Good old Westmere Butcher. Went there, amazing. There's a lot of ties to England and the UK here. because obviously it used to be under British reign, so a lot of people either have relatives in the UK or are linked to the UK, and obviously the food as well. We know that the Queen's head is on the money, but do you see her anywhere else, i.e. stamps or on posh mugs? No, she's not on stamps.
She's on cash.
She's on all the cash, but it's weird because the coins look the same as ours on one side because the Queen's on them. So if you turn it over, it's completely different, but on one side it does look like a 10p, so it's really confusing for me. Because I go through my purse and I'm like,
I have English money in here, what's going on?
but I don't. It's just your coin that looks identical to our coin. Everybody's proud to be linked to the UK here, which is really sweet. Are people in New Zealand as friendly as they are when you meet them around the world? If so, I might have to move there. This is just...
Actually, we're bad people.
No, you're not.
Yeah, don't come here.
No, people
Don't
are
come.
lovely. They are. They're really, really sweet. They're very kind, calm, happy people. Everybody always says that Kiwis are kind and friendly and calm, and that's
I've heard
exactly...
people say that, but yeah.
You're like,
I don't know.
look at this. Are you?
Am I nice?
Do you think you're nice?
I don't think nice people say we're nice.
Good point. That means you're nice. What is the school system like? Oh, what are the ages they have to attend and leave school, and do they have private schooling? This is actually a really good question.
You've got primary school. You've got primary school, intermediate, and then college?
No, we have different names. So we have primary, secondary, and college. So your primary, how old are you?
From the ages of 4 to 6, I think.
Intermediate is up to what, 13?
Yeah, so that's the year 7, year 8.
Yeah, I think your schooling is quite good.
I don't know.
I think it is. I think your schooling is more... It's weird because it's not as strict as my school from what I've watched of your brother, because your brother's what, 14?
Yeah.
And from what I've seen from his school, oh my gosh, they're really good. Like, they put in a lot of effort. There's a lot of after school activity. You have like plays and choirs and singing and cultural events.
Extracurricular activities.
Extracurricular activities.
That's what they call them in school anyway.
That's what they call them. Yeah, that. They have a lot of that. Whereas my school, I feel that they were there, but unless you put yourself forward to do it, you could just hang back and do nothing like I did. So I didn't get involved in stuff as much as I wish I had. But you sort of, it's just on the curriculum. Like, you don't have a choice. You're going to it, you're doing it.
No, yeah, that's kind of true.
That's nice. So you learn more about culture.
Yeah, they sort of like push you to do something.
Yeah, and it gives you more confidence. I like, because we've been to like a few things with his brother in it, and they are adorable. They're so sweet, and you always like going, and everyone has a good time. We take snacks and we watch, and he feels like he's doing his bit, he's involved, he's put his effort in, which is really nice. I think it's important. I like that. The other thing about private schooling is you have boarding school here.
Boarding schools.
Very different to the UK.
You're at school from Monday to Friday. You go home on the weekend.
Simple as, that's it. So we have schools sort of like that at home, but here it's not as expensive, so it's more accessible depending on lifestyle, really. If you're a parent that works heavily during the week, you can send your kid off to boarding school and get them back at the weekend, which I think is the balance if that's how your life works. Another question we had was about wording, like do we struggle to ever like talk, especially when we first started talking? Was there misunderstandings in language? Do you think there was?
Yeah, because I didn't speak English before this.
Such an ass. I think it was more like funny little words that we either said differently or meant different things.
It's just slang. But
Yeah.
like everywhere else in the world we've got like ways to say things.
Exactly, but there was never ever a time when we weren't on the same wavelength, which is really weird considering we were so far apart. We're very similar people, we work similarly. I found that really, really weird. There's a few words that he says that I'm just like...
Sorry, what was that?
He says things like, he'll say...
Yeah, hard out.
And I'm like...
Hard out?
Like, you know, like you're really agreeing. Or like, you know, you feel really strongly about that. Like, yeah, hard.
So if I said,
Yeah,
are you going to go and vote this week?
Yeah, hard.
Yeah, it's hard. The other one you say is,
Don't be an egg.
and like an actual egg. Or he'll say, now you're egg. And I'll be like,
Why did you call me an egg?
Another word for idiot.
yeah, like you're full.
Don't
Like,
be an
oh
egg.
god, he's such an idiot.
Stop being an egg.
Yeah, stop being an egg. Your
Don't
sister
be an
says it a lot. Like, oh my gosh, stop being an egg. And with the accent, it doesn't sound like egg, it sounds like egg. You don't call a corner shop, you call it a dairy. On holiday, and he said, we're gonna go to the dairy to get some drinks. And I was like milk or yogurt? I was like, why are we going to a
There's
dairy?
milk and yogurt at the dairy.
There is technically milk and yogurt at the dairy. Just going to grab like a drink, chocolate bar, crisps.
Newspaper.
They sell everything like a normal corner shop, but it's dairy, it's not a corner shop. No cows, just food. Durries, which is Australian mixed with New Zealandy sort of...
You both use it.
You mean
Durry.
cigarettes, doesn't
Cigarette.
it? The other one that's really annoying is you say yeah, nah. So if I'll say, do you want me to grab you a drink? And you go, yeah, nah. I'm like, well, you said yes and no. So I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Can mean maybe or just straight up no. It depends. You
So
have to read it in my voice like yeah, nah.
So if you said to me, do you want a drink? And I went, yeah, nah. Would you get me a drink?
No.
Why not?
Because it means no.
What if
Or
I
if you
said, yeah,
like,
nah?
Yeah, nah.
So it's the tone. Yeah, nah, yeah.
Then that means yeah.
Why don't you say yes? The other one is you call people stink. This really makes me laugh. Again, you and your sister say this when they're talking. Like, oh, that guy was being so stink. And I was like, stink. I was like,
Yeah.
why? Did he smell?
No, like he's just being sad. Like a sad guy.
Like lame. Like lame.
No, he's being stink. Like I can't explain it.
It means
He's
a
being
word of
stink,
its
like, He's
own.
being mean. You're being mean.
Oh, mean.
Yeah, he's being
Like,
stink.
don't be stink.
Don't
Just
be
do
stink
it.
to him. Yeah.
Like, don't be mean. You don't even know what it means.
That's what I mean. Don't
It's
be
so
mean.
natural
Like
for you.
sad guy, like, you know?
Yeah.
No, he's being mean. Don't be mean.
Sad.
Yeah, sad guy, like, or a stink guy.
Don't be a sad guy.
Don't be a sad guy. Or don't be a stink guy.
I think I heard your sister say that first. She's like, nah, he was being so stink about it. It was such an egg. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? The other one that always makes me laugh is hot chips. Why are you telling me they're hot? Because they're chips. Chips are always hot. But your crisps are
We don't-
chips.
Yeah. We didn't say crisp.
No, so if you say chips, you mean cold chips, like a pack of crisps.
Yeah.
Hot chips are chips, like at home. Yeah, like a takeaway. Hot chips.
Fries.
But your mum always says, hey, do you want some hot chips? And it takes me a minute. My mind's like, tick, 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 tick. I'm like, oh, she means chips. Another one is jandals.
Candles. Thong.
We don't say thong either.
What do you call them?
I'm not telling you, you have to guess.
Sandals?
Yeah, or the one that your toe goes between.
Flip-flops.
There you go.
Yeah, that's me. Candles.
Oh. See, these words are so normal to him, he doesn't even think of the word I would use. What's another one? Togs.
Togs is swimming trunks.
There you go. Oh, I love how it takes you a minute. You're like, what would it be for her? Chili bin?
Chili bin is what would you call it? It's a little ice box. Where
Yeah.
You put the bottles in there.
Like a cooler. Probably like, or
Cooler.
picnic box. Picnic box or cooler.
Cooler.
It's a cooler. Another one is the wops. So some people are like, oh yeah, we're going to drive out to the wops.
What? Rural.
Rural. Into the shrubbery.
Yeah.
Us is like the forest, isn't it? Like if you're going to drive towards the forest. And what's the other one? Oh, a batch.
A batch, like a holiday home.
Holiday home. Batch. I like that one. That one, I don't know why, but that makes sense in my mind. Like I'd take that back to England easy and start using it to try and make a catch on. Anything else you want to add to this video?
Nah, that's it.
You been happy with your mask?
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with the mask. I have to say it.
But my first time didn't turn out too bad.
It's beautiful. I'm really impressed with it. And I like the colour card you use. It's like metallic
Charcoal.
charcoal. Impressive, man.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I wish you'd just stay on my head permanently.
Please don't. I like your face. If you think of like a name that we could call him, like a mystery name, put it below.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
What do you think?
I can't think of anything right now. What I'm thinking about is Bagheera from...
I like it! Oh, Bagheera. Any video suggestions, put them below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're safe. Hope you're happy. And we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Yeah, and then he'll be he'll be having... That wasn't a sentence. I thought you were picking your nose. Is there no nose holes? No. But the food here is... Yeah, leave a comment below. Let me, like, that wasn't a sentence. And do you prefer to binge watch or watch it all at once? Oh no, that's the same thing. Bye guys. Did you just burp?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Everything makes sense.
Like a frog.